So yeah, the front wheel, I can do it because there's enough room underneath the gear, this gear, that I can push this through, and then it's wrapped all the way around, and I do my thing. The middle wheel and the back wheel, can't do it. I can only do it, you know, most of the way. And then what I do is I take my pipe cleaner, and where I can't get that piece, I take this and I stick it down through there, and I do the back where I couldn't get it with the alcohol. So let's keep going. We're going to do the same thing. Now normally I would stop the video, but you know what? No, we'll just keep it going. What the heck? You could fast forward, right? Wonderful technology. So you could fast forward if you don't want to watch me do these wheels, but basically this one. Now I could go under that gear, but that is a hassle. However, just for the hell of it, just to show you, and I have all these little stupid tools that I made or modified or whatever you want to call it, so that I could do this the way I want. So this E-unit is in the way, and I don't like to push it out of the way. So what I do is I'll take this piece of wood, put it on here, stand it straight up. Okay, now the E-unit tab is not in the way, and what I can do with this is I can fish it. This tool has an ever so slight hook on the end of it, a 90-degree hook, just like the little pin I have. Okay, these were bigger, but I happened to break this tool on one side, and then I realized, wow, this could be helpful for something else. So I broke both sides and use it for this. And it goes right through, 1, 2, 3. It does a lot of other things too, but you can see it pinches the thing just enough so I can push it through. It's fabulous. Fabuloso. Okay, so we go all the way around, 360, blah, blah, blah. And we clean this one up nicely. This might be a little bit more dirty than the others. Yeah, it is. It's because it's the geared side. We're gonna do more alcohol here. More alcohol, Scotty. And again, I can only get through one side, so I'll push this clean side through with my little tool. Come on. There you go. There it is. Get it all the way to where the alcohol is. Clean this baby. Nice and clean. And if you want, if you're brave, you can turn the wheel so you can clean at least the wheel itself in the back, because you can't get all the way around because of these two gears on this side won't let you. So we pull that out, and we did a pretty good job there. Again, this engine is not that bad, so I almost wish it was so you could see the drastic difference. And then we'll do this. Some more alcohol. And voila. Do like 90 degree. Turn it a little bit. Do the wheel in the back of the wheel. And there you go. Okay. So we cleaned the back of the wheels nicely. Still not going to grease it. Take this block of wood, put it aside. Let For the E unit that doesn't want to cooperate, well, it's time to make this thing cooperate. So we're going to take off the screw from the E unit. Now this is, I'm going to leave it right here because I don't want to mix that with all this other mess. So I leave it right there where I could see it right in front of me. And I pull this E unit. There's usually only one. Now the trick here is, you know, I know how most of these are supposed to be wired. But over time, I mean, you know, just think about 50, 60 years old, whatever. People may have worked on this and may have done some stuff to this that doesn't allow me, you know, see, okay. So I can't pull it out. I can't pull it out anymore this way because this wire that goes down to the rollers, not long enough. And I could see that this has been worked on before. It's got a glob of solder. So this has been worked on. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to pick it out the other way so that the wire doesn't get pulled, because we don't want to break the wire. Now, I can stick this behind the whole unit, but got to be really careful not to break anything. And okay. Alrighty. So I'm just grabbing, I'm being very careful because I don't want to break the wires on the inside of this E unit. So I'm grabbing the side of the E unit. Okay, I grab the side of the frame of the E unit with the plier. Pull it a little bit more. And I do it all of this slowly because we're pulling and stretching lots of different wires and we don't want to break any. Now normally most people would unsolder this sucker. And I might do the same thing because this solder job really sucks. Oh, excuse me. It's not very good. But it's not bad. Let me see if I can get to, we should be able to, with no problem, get to this thing. Yes, we can. Okay. We can get to it. Just evaluating all this other stuff here. A little cleaning here behind it. This is crud that builds up. And by the way, the sides of the motor frame up by the E unit, very important to be clean also. And this is not. Because the sides of this, you know, that's what grounds it basically, or helps ground it. Need a little bit of alcohol. So I cleaned the sides. We're going to clean the unit all over the place, but the sides of the frame should be cleaned as well. Okay. And while I'm at it, I have access to this inside gear. I mean, it's not the gear, the axle. I'm going to clean this bearings, clean the axle. Pretty dirty actually. I don't know if you can see that. Let's do some more. Do a little bit more. Here we go. Clean it all up. Very good. Okay. So, I can see the pawl is the pawl is the thing that pulls it when it's energized electromagnetically. It pulls the arm up and down, which turns the barrel. It's filthy. This is filthy. Somebody took this apart and didn't clean it the last time they fixed it or whatever. And this is when I use my Technician in Can carbon tetrachloride, basically. Highly, highly, highly flammable. If you use this and you don't let it dry, and it dries in minutes, seconds really, but if it doesn't dry and you spark something, you have a fire. Did that once. Okay. So I'm going to, well, before I shoot it, what I like to do is get a nice clump of paper towel, because this stuff shoots out of that can like you would not believe, and it gets everywhere. So we're going to, you could see this I think, but we're shooting it inside of the E-unit, the inside part of the E-unit, and it drips. It's horrible. I always mean to write a letter to them and tell them, but I don't think they care, because they got to know it. Yeah, but what a job it does to clean it. And this thing is really filthy. Holy moly. The fingers on the bottom look good. Okay, so this is a bit of a tedious job here. The good news is the drum looks very good shape. The little teeth on it, look all in very sharp condition. Sometimes they're frayed or worn out, or they have these little grooves in them, which you have to fix. You have to return, put a new one in. But this one looks good. I'm going to guess that's they didn't change this. It's the black one. I think this is original. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. For me, I'm not sure what the difference would be between an original drum and a replacement. Anyway, this is a tedious job. You have to clean the drum all the way around, all the contacts. So the drum spins this way, so you have to go that way, and there's not much room. But you could see how much has already come out of there, and that's off the drum. So with a filthy drum and a filthy pawl, this thing would do nothing except buzz. But we're going to do a couple of things here. First, we're getting the heavy crap off, dirt off, and then we're going to do something else if we need to. You got to be careful. See, I hate this. The Q-tips are just, the pain about the Q-tips is hairs get stuck, and then you pull on it and it rips off. But once we clean this, it will work fine, I think. Trying not to damage the fingers that are on the bottom. There's 2 fingers on the bottom, 2 contact fingers. So what I do is I turn the drum and I hook it, because the pawl comes down and it has a hook, and it pulls on the teeth. When it snaps up, it pulls the teeth. So what I do is I turn the drum, hook it under the next couple of teeth, so I got another dirty area to clean, and then I brush it sideways and then away from the pawl, because that hook holds the tooth in place, holds the drum in place. So I could clean it without it rolling around, turning. Yeah, it's coming nice. It's coming very nice. I'm using alcohol now, as you can see, but which cleans it good. Carbon tet is even better. I sometimes use the carbon tet in my alcohol bath thing, little cap, instead of the alcohol. But this was so bad that I want to first do it with the alcohol. And I'm only turning it like, I think 1/6 rotation every time I turn it. So it takes a while. It takes a while to do this. But it's worth it. It is worth it. So more dirt coming off there. Alright, we're almost done. Have patience or fast forward, whichever you'd like to do. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it looks like the reverse had a dead spot. Alright, I think that is real clean now. Now, let's see, we got 4 fingers there, right? We got all 4 fingers, I hope. Have to check that. So I'm cleaning the little pin, the little shaft that goes across that holds the pawl in place, and I'm cleaning the little slots that it goes up and down in, just to clean it out. I'm cleaning where the drum comes through the hole in this the side of the E unit. I'm cleaning the side of the E unit, because that's going to go against the side of the frame of the motor, as we know. Okay, so we got all that cleaned. Then I'm going to take some more of this puppy and squirt it. Only because this will clean contacts without me actually scrubbing. Nice. So I got one. I have to get my light. I have to get my light on some stuff because I can't see in there. And count the pin. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Let's see how if they're all touching. Make sure they're all touching the drum. That one is. Where's my pin? This one. This one? Yes, this is good. I just want to push the... What I'm doing is I'm looking at the drum, and there's 4 fingers, 4 little contact fingers that should be touching it. And if they're not touching, that will cause a problem. That one's touching. All I'm doing is touch. They're curved, and I'm just tapping, just slightly pushing on the back to make sure there's no room between the finger and the drum. That finger shouldn't move. If it moves, then it's not actually touching. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, all 4 are good. Now I'm going to take the opportunity to shoot this from this side. It's amazing. This stuff actually cleans the dirt without, I don't even know how it does it. It's amazing. So we clean off the face of the contacts, clean all the contacts we could possibly clean. We move this up, and we get my little thing here. Make sure we clean that. Make sure there are no hairs. Clean the copper contact here. Okay. We should be good to go. Everything's looking good. Just blow out whatever excess of that stuff is in there. And only fires. Okay, so now we have the wires are basically in the same spot, but we still got to be careful not to pinch or break or kink anything. Take your time. There's no rush. Do it slow. You got to push the E unit back on, and the thing is not to push by the plate that holds the fingers, because you could damage that. So I'm going to just push again by the frame itself.